Hey, this is Kendra's rig. Let's take a look, see how well it's working. Just testing the various controls. Everything seems to be moving okay so far. Alright. Some issues with the vest here. Could help to have a little bit more geometry on this. And there's some pretty wacky looking geometry at the shoulder here. Where there's a lot of overlapping faces. And here you've got the inside intersecting the outside at a couple points. I would, yeah, you didn't delete the history before you bound it either, so start by deleting history and just trying to clean this thing up. This area is a little tricky. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. It's just sort of tangled up there, a little bit hard to sort out what's going on. This is just sort of sticking out on its own. I don't know if I'm making it much better. It's a bit of a tangled mess, but anyway, let's add some additional geometry to it, so maybe it'll bind better. I'm just going to put wireframe on shaded so I can see. So you can see there's an edge here, so I might just take this, Control Shift X for the multi-cut tool, and then hold Shift and drag a line from the inside to the outside, and maybe another one here, and I don't know, another one here maybe. So I've got a little bit more geometry to work with, and let's delete history again. Alt-Shift-D will do that, or edit to delete by type history. And we can try Show none, show joints. Selecting these spine joints and the vest, skin, bind skin options, selected joints, bind skin. See if we're any better off than we were before with the additional geometry. It does look a lot better. There's a lot less intersections going on. I'm just rotating the two of these together. I mean, it has its limits, but it's better than it was. So let's see what it looks like smooth. Yeah, it's better. All right. Anything else? Arm seems to be working. And so, yeah, seems to be working together pretty well. Next up is Jeffer, and let's take a look at this. Alright, this seems to be working pretty well. I'm not really finding any issues with it, so that's really good. Yeah, nice work. Okay, this is Kobe. It's doing something a little weird with the belt buckle there. Seems to kind of disappear with the hips. Let's try to fix that. I'm gonna right mouse click, paint, skin cluster weights, double click on that, just dock this over here. I think let's start by just putting it 100% to the root, so replace with a value of 1 flood. Okay, let's see how that works now. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be alright. We got some pretty serious issues with the vest, though. It sure doesn't seem to be moving with the body, well, actually at all. Is that bound at all? It is, but it's not moving. So let's just try again. Maybe while we're here, we'll add some geometry to it, shading. What am I looking for? Wireframe unshaded. Yeah, just to get it. So Control Shift X, and I'll just be good to have a couple more. And just holding down Shift. Maybe one up here. Just to get a bit more geometry, it might help it bind a little bit better. And then delete history, edit, delete by type history, or Alt Shift D. And let's show joints, and let me just hide the surfaces for a moment. And I'll shift select all these joints. Can show all again. Skin, bind skin, options, selected joints, bind. Okay, let's see if we're any better now. Yeah, it's better. I think it's intersecting the surface some, but that also might be a little bit of a function of how it was modeled. It's awfully close. You might give it a bit more of a gap between the body and the vest. Head's working. So the eyeball control doesn't seem to be working right now. What about these guys? You might want to just see if you have a version of a character with the eyeballs working in a previous save of your file, and then move forward from there. It's not impossible to fix the eyeballs, but it might be, more work than. Let's see if it's moving the joints. Could just be that the eyeballs aren't parented to that, which you could probably just do. We could parent these to the joints. Let's select the children, the eyeball, and the eyelid, and then select the right joint. That's IL. I think that's the one we want. And then P. That seems to be working. Okay, let's try this side. Select these two. Just select this joint. See, that's FK offset. We don't want that. I'm going to undo. Whoops. And then select this one. Yeah, that's the one. And then P for parent. Okay, I guess that wasn't too difficult to fix. So yeah, you'll want to fix that. Well, it seems to be working okay. Alright, yeah, everything else seems good. Hey, this is Princeton. So far everything is working good. Yeah, it's bending okay. Good. Yeah. I think this turned out well. Nice work. Okay, this is Mercedes. Seems to be working. Okay. Don't know why. Maybe you want to color those knees blue as well. The vest is really interpenetrating there. So I might add some detail to that. First I'm going to click on this and go to pose, reset, just to put to the original pose. And then I'll delete history off this vest. Done this a couple times already. Control Shift X to get some more detail. Hold down Shift and yeah, that doesn't want to go all the way around. Let's isolate this surface because it's a little hard to see what's going on here. If I hold on W, symmetry, maybe it'll Control Shift X. Yeah, I'll go around both sides of the bottom there and both sides of the top. Okay, so that's plenty more geometry now. Did some weird stuff here I don't really like, but Shift right mouse click, slide edge, middle mouse drag. At least we can spread that out. It's not really great geometry, but in fact I don't know why this doesn't connect up with that anyways. It's kind of weird. Take this, Shift right mouse click, delete edge, Control Shift X, enter. It seems a little bit more sensible of a shape. Delete history, Alt Shift D. Turn off isolate selected. Show none, show joints, and shift select these, and just show all again. Skin, bind skin options, selected joints, bind. Okay, let's see if we're any better off now with the additional geometry. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not perfect, but it does really intersect a lot here. Could be you need a little bit more geometry on this too. Yeah, maybe throw in a couple more, I guess, isoparms. Just hold down Shift, clicking and dragging. And then under modeling, surfaces. Insert isoparms. And let's delete history on that, Alt Shift D, and rebind that. Show none, show joints, select the spine, show all, skin, bind skin options, selected joints, bind. Alright, see if we're any better off now. Oops. Yeah, well, surprised it's not doing a little better than that. But to some extent, you know, maybe you can't do it too extreme of a pose with that. From there, you'd have to get into weighting the points. Alright, well, a few little tweaks on there, but for the most part it's looking good. Okay, this is Ariana. Yeah, to begin with, the boots really don't look like they're lined up with the feet. And they're in no way bound to them. Vest isn't bound, and might take this head control and go to control vertex and select the, oops, let's go into component mode and select those, and oh, come on. Why is it not selecting those? That's weird. Oh, it just looks weird. I don't know. Anyway, that way we can more easily select this to be able to rotate the head. I think you need to scale your hat down too. It's like, looks much too big for this head. So the head's moving. So I think you just need to skin the vest. I've shown this several times in this video already, so you maybe just refer back to one of those. But you could add some detail to it and then bind it to the joints. Something looks a little off kilter with this. Might just check my Well, anyways, these boots need to exactly line up with the feet. Still not quite perfect. But maybe that's a little closer. And the legs aren't lined up either. Something went really wrong with this somewhere along the way. You might want to take a few steps back. Maybe review the material. Anyways, these need to be bound to the legs, leg joints here. Also, you've got all this history on here. I would delete that first. Edit delete by type history. Let's see what happens if we just pick these joints and bind to those. That's kind of working. Oh, it's a little bit. Jeez. Yeah, something's gone. I think you need to take a few steps back and then move forward from there, because it's kind of a mess, and I think trying to like undo the mess and build it back up would be harder than just redoing it. So I would just kind of go through the lesson again and do it over again. I think you'll find it much easier the second time around.